Shalom Akim. This is Yahawashi coming back with another video. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahawashi. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, the hopeful elect. Yahawashi, Waharakak Dash, Barakatam, Akim. Alright. I'm just coming back with another video, man, and just going into a dream that I had this morning. Basically, I was attacked. I was spiritually attacked, by an evil spirit in my dream. Alright, and I was laying down in my bed, and I could tell that the blankets were hanging off the bed, and something was pulling on it. So I tried to, before I noticed that something was pulling on the blankets, I tried to bring them back up off the ground to bring them, pull the blankets on the bed. I started tugging against it, and immediately in my mind, that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? I started thinking negative, something was wrong. And the blankets were wrapped around my body, on the back side of my body, and I felt them get tighter all around me, and that it was trying to pull me down to the bed, to the ground. I was on top of the bed, and something was trying to pull me, off the bed towards the ground, to the floor. And I was immediately, your instincts kick in. When you're in danger. When something ain't right. You can feel it. Whether you're seeing it with your physical eyes or you're spiritually seeing it. So I was witnessing something spiritually, that I was spiritually being attacked by a demon. And when I truly realized is because when I was afraid, I called on the name of Yahawashi, or I attempted to call on the name of Yahawashi, but my tongue was there was something on the top of my tongue where I couldn't speak. I couldn't move my tongue. I couldn't move my tongue freely, and I kept trying to pull back my tongue from whatever was on top of it, and I kept trying to wiggle my tongue, but when I was doing that, I was trying to call on the name, and finally I got enough strength, enough strength to call on Yahawashi, and immediately I was released. I woke up, and I went back straight to bed because I already knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? I was being attacked in my my sleep with the spirit, and it wasn't me being in this truth for a while already and having a lot of dreams. Countless amount of dreams. It becomes like a norm. Something normal. But when you're in those dreams, you're being attacked, you have to use the name. Is basically what I'm trying to prove, is that, there's power in the name of Yahawashi, okay? Whether you use Yahawashi, or you just use Yahweh, or you use Yahawashi, there's power in those names, man. And that was a trying of my faith and a test. And it's funny because yesterday I made a video, entitled, prepare your minds for temptation. Prepare your mind for tests, to being tested. And that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, brothers, you gotta have faith in this thing, especially in the names. And the name is what's gonna deliver you. Having faith with that name is gonna deliver you out of almost every single thing, man. The Lord ain't faithful. The Lord is faithful, Salakia. The Lord is faithful, and He's not a man to. He's not a liar. He's not a man to be a liar. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He wasn't created, or He wasn't designed to be a liar. Like men. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring out Psalms 124:6. It says, "Blessed be Yahweh, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth." And these spirits, they're out there, and they work within certain individual men, women, almost every single thing that they use, they try to use certain things to destroy you and crush you. So blessed is the Lord who had not given us as a prey to their teeth. You know, what do teeth do? Teeth destroy you. They have power. They crush you, you know, and they'll tear you to pieces. Spirits are able to do the same thing. Verse 7, our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken and we are escaped, you know, and that's exactly what I felt like. I was in a trap, you know what I'm saying? I was being destroyed. I was trying to be crushed. But in the name of Yahawashi, I was released. I was able to escape, you know. But and before I called on the name, when I got scared within that dream, when I noticed that I was being attacked, the first thing that actually happened was I started to try to call on my girlfriend that was next to me. But I noticed that, you know, that's when I felt that I knew it happened real quick, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew it was a demon. So immediately after that, I knew I had to call on the name of Yahawashi. All right, so I just wanted to say that real quick because, like I said in 7, our soul is escaped as the bird out of the snare of the fowlers, and the snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, who made heaven and earth. You know, because there's no other name underneath heaven that you shall be saved by, man. There's only one name under heaven. Amongst all the peoples of the earth, there's only one name that is able to deliver you and has power. All right, that the angels, the left-hand spirits, the wicked spirits are subjected unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi's name, that flee when that name is uttered. Okay, so it says the snare is broken, and that's exactly what it felt like, man. I was being pulled in, you know, tight. You know, those blankets were wrapped around me tight, and everything, you know, like I said, my tongue wasn't freely loose to speak. There was a hold on it. All right, and it says we are escaped, and once I called that name, you know, boom, it was broken. That snare was broken. All right, so I'm gonna go from there to real quick to Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. It says, "For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit." See, and so the word, which we know that Yahawashi comes written in a volume of a book, and he is the word of God. That's his name, pursuant to Revelation chapter 19. It says that it is as a two-edged sword, piercing even the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. So these spirits are cut when that name is projected, you know, proclaimed against them, you know, and they flee at it, man, because it's powerful, has power in that name. And of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. You see, so that spirit was made manifest as itself being evil because it fled. It released me from that attack and that snare, you know. So I wanted to bring that out real quick and I'm gonna jump to Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. It says, "The name of Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe." You know, and that's exactly what I felt as soon as I was released. You know, I knew what I was going through, you know, in my sleep. So when I woke up, it was like, you know, I felt relieved. You know, that Yahawashi delivered me from that, you know, from that attack in my sleep. So I just went back to sleep easily, you know, just knocked back out. and I thought about the name when I went back to sleep, you know, and I knew that Yahawashi had that name. Yahawashi had power in it, you know, and that's not just the first time; it's many times. But you know, that's what I think every time something like that happens. It says the name of the Lord is a strong tower; the righteous runneth into it and safe. And that's what I did. I ran into it, and I was delivered. I'm safe. You know, I was safe from it. You know, but I wanted to bring it out because to build other brothers' faith up. You know, give my own testimonies to help brothers out there that may be going through that same thing. You know, just keep pushing, man. Just keep fighting, and know that you got to call on the name of Yahawashi. Don't hesitate, and mean it. You know, and fight, because those demons, they're gonna try to restrain you. You know, they're gonna try to keep you from calling on the name. But that's where you start digging deep into your gut, you know, into your mind, to your soul, and you get that energy wherever it may be stored at. You reach down to it and you bring it out from all the way from the bottom all the way up, and you'll see that you'll be released. You know, like I said in Psalms, you'll escape from the snare of the fowler, man. You know, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it with this, and the book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10, it says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh, and put in the power of his might." All right, and what is his might? His son Yahawashi, man. He gave him, you know, all power, you know. So look towards his son Yahawashi. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And that's one of the ways that the devil, you know, Esau, you know, these witches, the warlocks that are out here, they use, you know, those summoned demons to attack certain, you know, righteous men in the nighttime when they're asleep upon their beds, man. So we just always have to have our armor on, and that's part of our armor is the name of Yahawashi. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And I was a wicked spirit, because it was, you know, trying to pull me, you know, it was trying to gain control of me. But, you know, I continued to, you know, fight against it. You know, I wasn't submitting myself to it, because I know what I want. You know, I want Yahawashi. I want to please him. I want to live for him, you know. So it says verse 13, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand." You know, and these things, they're building you up. When you go through things like this, and you go through certain things like being on the highways and the byways, faced with these wicked people out here, these 2/3, these Edomites, that's just building you up to when shit really pops off, man. You're gonna have a certain character about you that you're not gonna be fazed by these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have everything that we need to be able to stand in that day. You know, verse 14, "Stand therefore." You know, so stand. You know what? Let me look up that word, stand. Verse 14. See what it has down here. All right. The root word etymology, a prolonged form of a primary staho of the same meaning and used for it in certain tenses. Outline biblical usage: to cause, make, stand, to place, put, set, to buy, to bid, to stand by, set up, in the presence of others, in the midst, before judges, before members of the Sanhedrin, to make firm, fix, establish. You know, and that's what we want to be. We want to be established and fixed and rooted in Yahawashi. You know, to cause a person or a thing to keep his or its place, to stand, be kept intact, a family, a kingdom, to escape in safety. You know, and who's in the, you know, who's gonna give us the kingdom? Who is the kingdom, man? Because you're a people before a place. That's what makes a kingdom of men. That's Yahawashi, man. To stand, be kept intact, to escape in safety. a family, a kingdom. You know, to establish a thing, cause it to stand. You know, that was a beautiful one right there. And right here, it says right here, to stand by or near, to stop, stand still, to a stand immovable, stand firm, you know, of the foundation of the building. Who is the foundation? Yahawashi, and we are the building. You know, we are the lively stones that are building up the spiritual house. So even in that, on that same token, brothers, we are individually as a safe tower too as well. Those brothers, you know, you get afraid, something goes on, call a brother, talk to him about the things that you're facing, and then y'all pray in the name of Yahawashi. You'll be edified, you know. But ultimately, you know, you want to call on the name of Yahawashi when you're under attack. You're going through certain things for deliverance, you know. So I just wanted to bring that out real quick. I'm gonna jump down to this other one. It says, continue safe and sound, stand unharmed, to stand ready or prepared. You know, and in that dream I was unharmed. You know, I covered myself with the name of Yahawashi, and boom, it was immediately released, man. You know, and I continued. You know, I went back to what I was doing. I was asleep, kept sleeping. You know, it says stand ready or prepared, to be of a steadfast mind, of quality, one who does not hesitate, does not waver. You know, so we can't doubt nor hesitate. You know, as I mentioned, you know, the first thing that popped in my head was to call on you know, my girlfriend. But like I said, it happened so quick that immediately I knew I was being under attack by a demonic spirit, some kind of spirit that was on the left hand side. And that's when I, you know, I was attempting to call on Yahawashi, and I struggled to be released from that. And then boom, as soon as I got enough strength, I uttered the name, and it was released. So to stand is to one who does not hesitate and does not waver. You know, waver goes back to doubt. All right, so it says Ephesians 6:14, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. You know, and that's what it takes, faith in the name, man, and that's going to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh, which is the name of Yahawashi, man. You know, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. You know, so I hope it was edifying, bro. Like I said, I just wanted to share that incident that happened.